Sometimes you don't have to say anything to make a point. Now, my play of the day goes to Liberal MP Andrew Hastie. Have a look at this large book on his desk in the chamber. It's a rather large copy of The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Now, this was written 2,500 years ago and is a book of military strategy based on Chinese warfare and military thought. It's even considered one of the most influential texts of all time. Now, if you ask me, that's how you make a statement without actually making a statement. The art of war in the middle of a coalition split with the ongoing leadership tensions in the Liberal Party. I mean, the art of war is playing out in real life. And let's be real, Hastie knew exactly what he was doing today in Question Time. And now, look, I was watching Question Time today and I thought to myself, wow, Jim Chalmers has had a come to Jesus moment and has maybe done some self-reflection.
Nobody takes them seriously on the economy anymore.
Now, you must be thinking Jim is talking about himself and Labor off the back of yet another interest rate hike and a disastrous handling of the cost of living crisis. Or perhaps he realised that nobody does take him seriously anymore when he tells us that this government has control over the economy. But alas, no. He was talking about the coalition, or the former coalition, I should say. So let me just paint a picture for you at home of day 2 of Question Time. The Liberals and Nationals are divorced. This split is set to continue indefinitely. And now there is even a growing expectation that reunification is not possible. In fact, senior figures in the Liberal Party have suggested that maybe the two former coalition partners needed to separate for an extended period of time. So, in essence, it's a mess.
The coalition can reform this week with conditions that are supported by the overwhelming majority of my party room.
Said before that these 3 senators being reinstated to shadow cabinet was a non-negotiable. Is that still your position? It's a hard no to the coalition unless they're brought back.
We've been very clear on that because I don't know whether you just heard me before, but we did nothing wrong.
And then there's the National Party, which voted against the Liberals today in the lower house to freeze the excise on spirits, opposing the Liberal Party's position on the issue. In fact, several Liberal MPs, including Andrew Hastie, Tony Payson, Ben Small, Terry Young and Tom Venning, also broke ranks with their party's position. And so it means hubris has well and truly set in, and Labor is having a ball. I mean, here was the Prime Minister.
Those opposite can't even agree on cheaper beer.
They can't stop talking about themselves, Mr. Speaker, each and every day. Sky News doesn't have 30 seconds where there's not one of them sitting in their studio.
Well, look, I would invite Anthony Albanese into this studio. Come on down. Come and have a chat, please. Seriously, because Labor has presided over a cost of living crisis, a power bill disaster, promised they had slayed the inflation dragon, yet inflation has gone up, and now another interest rate hike, and I could go on and on. But the problem is, Labor isn't feeling the weight of it because the coalition split has become a comedy skit.
For the first time in living memory, the crossbench became as big as the opposition.
So while the former coalition is getting their steps up, travelling around, plotting between their offices, we're getting on with the job of building the infrastructure that Queensland needs.
We're building factories while they're building leadership contenders. We're rolling out missiles and drones while they're rolling leaders. We're opening production lines while they're opening old wounds.
They are much too focused on coffees and gossip and psychodrama to focus on the Australian people.
Now, look, Labor's not wrong here, and I can't believe I'm even saying that. But right now the coalition can't even get their key messages across because of the shambolic seating arrangements in Parliament, and their questions have been whittled down, so it's a free-for-all for Labor. So I would say this: Earth to the alternative government. Where are you? Where are you? Where is the unity? Where is the policy? Where is the leadership? Because you at home deserve better than this. What a blight on Conservative voters. No wonder One Nation is now more popular than the former coalition. No wonder the Liberals are bleeding votes. And hearing from the ministers just there, they have a point in the way they've summed it up. The fact they can trial their comedy lines in question time tells you everything you need to know. Labor is under no pressure. They've got all the time in the world. If only they were as good at governing as they are at comedy, then perhaps we would be in a much better place. So there you have it. That was question time today. And when the coalition becomes the butt of all jokes and the punchline, not Labor, well then you know that something is seriously wrong.